orange chicken is, I think, my soulmate. When did I become such a blackie? Rain and petals, eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
You are a disrespectful piece of...
Hey girls, welcome to another Amberlynn video. This one gets a bit deep into Amber's past, and she seems to do some genuine self-reflecting. I think she even succeeded in giving me false hopes. Let's see if the same happens with you girls. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get right into the video.
Guys, it's another daily vlog. I don't know how I'm doing this. I don't know how I'm holding on. I didn't even want to get out of bed today. I think that I am depressed. So I don't even like vocalizing that out loud, so we're just gonna kind of move past that, but just know that that is the era we are in currently.
Hopefully she's still getting therapy and being honest with her therapist. No matter how much we believe she's over-exaggerating or maybe faking or blah blah blah, I do believe she still needs therapy. Therapy is not a bad thing.
I don't know if you guys hear that, but my upstairs neighbors are, I don't know, making a lot of noise. That's fine. I'm actually about to go weigh myself. I have not weighed myself in a very, very long time. For me, it's a long time. Probably like almost 2 weeks. I don't know. Something around those lines. And that's like a long time for me. So I'm gonna weigh myself, and I'm actually joining Lose It. My friend has inspired me to count my calories, and I don't know, she has lost so much weight, and it's just like super inspirational. She's been giving me advice, and we joked around about her being my dietitian. It was just like a whole moment.
Lose It is actually what I used to lose 25 pounds and keep it off. That being said, I would not recommend it for someone like Amber. That is not in reference to her weight, that is in reference to her mindset. Counting calories with Lose It can feel really limiting at times, and it makes you want to say, well, it's okay to eat over my calorie limit just for today, and then that can snowball. I had to have a really good mindset toward only losing weight, not enjoying snacks during my time on Lose It. I just genuinely don't think Amber is strong enough. She's going to restrict herself too much and then break again. If you girls want a closer look into Lose It and how it works so that you have some context for what Amber is doing, let me know. Listening to this afterwards, it kind of sounds like a sponsor. I promise I am not sponsored by them. I am too small of a channel, girls.
But I just really need to like get back on track. Okay, the noise has stopped. Because it's just like I have just been eating my feelings, and like I'll have a really good day, and then the next day I'll have like a really bad day with my eating. The noise has started again. I just don't know if you guys can hear it or not, so who knows. But yeah, it's just like my life is just like back and forth, and I'm finding that I have so many different triggers. Like literally someone said the word fry in their video, and it made me want to order Shake Shack fries, and I'm just like, oh my god, I need to like slow my roll.
Again, something to talk through with her therapist or a psychologist. I want to say something has to work, but with Amber, who knows? So I'm gonna go weigh myself, and I'm dreading it with every part of me because I am insanely swollen. Like, I don't think I've been this swollen in years. So I've also been doing a lot more walking, and I'm not just blaming it on the walking. I just want to say, like, yeah, I've been eating like crap, so that is why I'm swollen. But I will say that usually when I eat like crap like this, I also am not like trying to move more. So it's like my body's like confused because it's like, okay, you're eating like crap, but you're moving your body more. So my lymphedema is just like super swollen. So it's like, damn. Makes sense. She actually didn't make too many excuses that time. She's eating like crap, period. Will she do anything about it though? Now to the long-awaited weigh-in. Okay, I just weighed myself. I took off all my clothes, put them back on, obviously. I'm a little bit shocked, not gonna lie. Wow, I just feel super pathetic. Yeah, that's the word for it. So I'm signing up for Lose It now. Wait, excuse me, she's not going to tell us? I understand we're not necessarily entitled to it, but really? You're going to show us how you ate your way here and then not reveal the consequences to the people that have been watching you the whole time. There's still the whole video to go, so let's see if she tells us. And they're asking like a bunch of questions. This one is, why did you decide to get started with Lose It today? And there's like multiple choice. I guess I'm gonna click the one that says I'm unhappy with my weight. How important is it for you to lose weight right now? It's my top priority. How do you feel about being here? The options are excited, hopeful, hesitant, frustrated, I'm not sure. I'm gonna click frustrated because I'm so mad at myself. So what is your current weight? Oh my god, wow. So you scroll like all the weights. See that, like how you scroll and stuff? When you're my size, you have to scroll for a hot minute.
So I weighed in today at 537.0.
Okay, finally in the open. I do question if she was actually planning to hide it though. 537.0. Honestly, I expected higher, so probably not the worst outcome possible. Let's hear what Amber has to say though.
Yeah, I'm really sad about that. So now I have to pick a goal weight. You guys already know. 199. So you guys remember when I wanted to lose the 56 pounds before I moved? I never explained why I chose that amount. It's because I wanted to reach 468, and 468 or like around there was the lowest I got while I was on Ozempic, and I wanted to get back to that point. And it's like now before I move, I'm gonna have to like create a whole new goal or just like not even have a goal. I don't even know. Like I just feel so defeated right now.
Just showing how up and down she is all the time. Let me do the math real quick. She wanted to lose 56 pounds, that was her goal a few weeks ago, so that she could be down to 468. She was at 524 pounds when she made that goal. She's gained 13 pounds since that goal. I don't feel like looking up the exact date of the goal, but it's probably been about 5 to 6 weeks, somewhere in there. So in 5 to 6 weeks, she's gained 13 pounds. Sounds like a lot of time, but it's really not.
Wow. To reach my all-time goal, I have to lose 338 pounds. Oh my God. This heartbreak era situation type deal is not doing me any good. No, it's not. I need to like really snap out of it, figure it out, because this ain't it. This ain't it. I cannot let this be the end of me.
Take what you just said seriously. This cannot be the end of you. If you don't start changing now, those words are going to be a lot more real way sooner than you would like.
Hello, hello. We have a grocery haul. We do. We have tons of groceries. So I'm gonna show you the stuff that I got for myself.
Just letting you girls know, I'm about to cut this haul up with editing because it's extremely boring otherwise.
I just dropped a jar of salsa. So I got a jar of salsa, think protein bars. They're 150 calories with 10 protein. It's salted caramel, mustard, sponges, light mayo. I got some Dawn dish soap, a bag of Fuji apples, 2 bags of this sweet kale like salad kit, 2 white onions, celery and carrots that are already cut up, a bag of the buffalo wings vegetizer plant-based Dr. Prager's, which I've had the black bean one, but they didn't have it, turkey kielbasa, so I got 2 more of those, tuna packs, carb balanced tortillas, thing of eggs, loaded cauliflower, little bite thingies, Mexican shredded cheese, wild caught pink salmon, like little cups of cottage cheese, just individual. So that is everything, and I'm gonna put it all away. Hello. Okay, so I've also decided to obviously do some intermittent fasting with my calories, because when I do that, it just helps me not think about food for a large majority of the day, and that's like nice to me. I like that feeling of knowing like, girl, you don't get to eat, like this is your fasting hours.
Absolutely works for some people, but has it really worked for Amber? Usually when she wants something, she gets what she wants no matter what time it is. It comes back to if she has a strong enough willpower to say no and mean it.
So far I'm doing really good. Out of my 1800 calories, I've had 792, and I still have about 6 more hours that I'm able to eat. It's like beyond easy for me to even eat 1800 calories in one sitting. A lot of people don't realize that they do that. Like, calories are sneaky little fellas. I'm not gonna lie.
Definitely. Overeating is super easy, but the thing is, if you eat stuff that's good for you to begin with, like fruits, vegetables, it shouldn't be as easy to overeat on calories. That is one thing Lose It taught me. Vegetables and most fruits are so low in calories that if that's basically all you're eating almost no calories. But of course, also be eating other things like meats, fish, eggs, etc. But if you're eating healthy things, chances are your calories are also fine.
I think I'm just like at that point where I'm just like, I have to do this, like in the same way that I have to breathe. I have to wake up and shower. I have to take Twinkie outside. I have to feed my animals. I have to take care of them. I have to do my job. I have to do YouTube. I have to be an adult. I have to do adult things. Like, I need to think of my weight loss in the same way, something that I like have to do. It's not like a choice. And for so long, it just like my mental illness and whatever it may be, it just made me feel like, oh, it was a choice. And even though like I subconsciously knew it wasn't.
Good mindset, but also try not to add it in with things you have to do that you don't like. Don't think, oh, I have to lose weight in the same way I have to do chores. Think of it as, I have to lose weight in the same way I have to journal because you enjoy journaling. Hopefully this makes sense.
I don't know. I'm just like in a spot, folks. A spot of confusion. I feel lost. I just feel overwhelmed. I feel so overwhelmed, like beyond belief.
You're in a deep hole that you dug yourself into right now. You have to work to get out of it.
And I do want to say, like, I prefer taking Delta 8 over Delta 9 because Delta 9 is what gave me the munchies, is what I noticed. And then it was when I switched to the Delta 8, that is when I don't really get the munchies as much. So thank God. And then I actually ended up like Googling it and like looking it up, and like that's actually very common for people. So every time that I spoke about Delta 8, I didn't always mean Delta 8. There was a lot of times I was also taking like Delta 9. And Delta 9 is definitely more strong, gave me the munchies hardcore. So I knew I had to stop taking that because the munchies, like, it's not going to help me in the long run. So I just need to like be proactive. Like if I want to take THC, I have to be proactive and like responsible while doing it.
It is kind of strange that she said Delta 8 no matter what she was actually taking. What she's saying about the differences between the two makes sense though. Just not calling it by only one name. She was probably just trying to minimize confusion, I guess. To sum that up, when we saw her completely out of it and eating everything, it was Delta 9. When we see her more chill now, it's Delta 8.
Hey guys, so I just did some dishes and put away some clothes and walked Twinkie. I've been trying my hardest to pack more. It's just packing, I don't know, me packing memories. Like those things are just not good because like every object I own gives me a memory or makes me think of like one day when Feline and I won't be living together, and that's just like hard for me.
You shouldn't be living together now. You can't properly get over a breakup and heal if you and your ex live together.
But I was actually just like sitting here taking a break from all that, and I was journaling. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of journaling. It has helped so much. Even my therapist is like, I'm proud of you. So I'm like, thank you. But I was journaling more about just like my weight because today's weigh-in really got to me for sure. And it correlating with YouTube. Like I wanted to really focus in and be like, is YouTube the reason why I am over 500 pounds? And I had to like go down memory lane. Me and memories, hate those, but I had to go back down memory lane and I was like, what is the highest weight that I reached while having like an outside job? And that was actually about 480 pounds, 490 pounds. I was a PCA worker. I worked at an assisted living facility when I was pretty much almost 500 pounds. So I can't blame YouTube. I can't.
I'm glad that's the conclusion she came to because I didn't know where that was going, but I was ready to fight.
No matter where I've been in life, whether it was working a 9-to-5 or whether it was going to college or whether it was high school, or no matter what job, no matter what walk of life I've had, I've always turned to food. Like it doesn't matter, because I was sitting here and I was wondering, I was like, should I get a different job? Like, should I stop YouTube as a job? I mean, I'll always do YouTube, but definitely won't upload as often if it's not a job. I think that goes for a lot of YouTubers out there. But personally, I would never stop uploading because I love the connection between me and my supporters so freaking much.
Those poor supporters.
Plus, I just love the act of filming. Like, I love filming, I love editing, like the whole act of it is just so fun to me. So I was like sitting here and I was like, should I go try to do something else? Like build more routine, just more of a routine. And I was like, that has nothing to do with the reason why I am the way I am, because I was a PCA worker and then I did data entry. Like I was doing all these jobs and I was still massively gaining weight, and I had a bunch of friends, I had a social life like every day, and I was still just like gaining weight steadily. Like you can even see that, like there's proof, especially like in the Florida era when I lived in Florida. I was never ever home. Like I was always out. I was either working, hanging with family, hanging with friends. I was always doing something, and I was just gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining.
Yes, we have been telling you this. No matter what, who, when, where, why, and how, you've always been gaining weight, and it is your fault. Yes, trauma can play a part in food issues, but no matter what you've tried, you've always been gaining. Now let's see if she's going anywhere with this.
So my weight has nothing to do with routine or am I busy or am I social? None of those things. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with like food follows me everywhere. Like me needing comfort comes from any situation, any era of my life, anything that I've been through. It's always been food. It's been the only freaking constant.
Yes, you depend on food for comfort in every uncomfortable situation of your life. I can't tell if she's fully taking responsibility for all of this, but for the first time ever, I will say I am actually proud of Amber for putting this all together for herself. That being said, I kind of wonder if she's said all of this before. Amberverse history does tend to repeat itself. Let's continue.
And I hate it so much because I was almost hoping that it was YouTube that made me this big. As crazy as that sounds, because it's like, that's easy to fix. That's something I could fix. But the fact that it's not YouTube and it's not something I could just be like, okay, let's take a break from that and move on to a different journey in my life. No, like my weight has always been a problem. Always. I was 290 pounds when I was 11. I was 420 pounds when I was 16.
That still sounds crazy. And to be fair, the adults in her life during those stages should have been better. Raising a child is not easy, especially if you don't have much money, but 290 pounds at 11? How does no one see that something is wrong? And if Amber was going through trauma during that time, foster care, parents doing drugs, siblings being taken away and moved around, I'm sure that didn't help with her stress and finding food as a comfort at that age. But as soon as she became an adult, and through all these years, we know she has learned that food is not a coping mechanism. She knows that food isn't everything, and she's extremely aware of what food does to her body. Yet, as an adult, knowing all of this, she still hasn't put in the effort to change. We can tell that she genuinely cares sometimes, but does she and will she care in the long run?
I was about 25, 26 when I finally reached like 490, and that was when I was like working routine based all the time. So it's just like through journaling, I'm really trying to figure out like the next steps in my life, because your girl is lost. And I know I said that earlier today, but I really am. And I'm trying to find the right path for me, because I'm like at a fork in a road. It's like not a bump, like it's a fork, and I have so many paths and ways and things to choose. And I don't know, it's just crazy, honestly. A lot of people ask like, so you were in foster care, like how did you get so big? Like you didn't have money, like you grew up with poor parents. Like, yeah, it's definitely crazy, because one of the reasons why I was taken from my parents is neglect. And that comes with all forms.
Again, I do not watch ahead while scripting for these videos. I didn't realize she was about to get into this too.
Like I remember when my mom came to visit me when I had cancer, and we talked so much about like the finances when I was like younger, before I was put in foster care. And like I only had one pair of pants. Like my dad would have rather spent money on getting high in whatever form that he wanted than buy his own kids like clothing and stuff. And that also goes with like food and this and that. But like when I finally did have food, or it was like a standard meal, it was really unhealthy, and I would eat a lot, and I would sneak any sort of food that I could, especially once I like got into like group homes and foster homes and stuff. Like I would steal food. Like sometimes money has nothing to do with being bigger at all.
She was used to having a shortage of food, so anytime she got or found food, she would take all of it she could get.
Because all the foster homes I was ever in, group homes, like that's not like a money heavy place. Like it's always been very poor, like low income place. And that's how I grew up. That's like based on my experiences. And like another really good example, like I had like barely any money, like let's be real, when I reached almost 500 pounds, like I wasn't really making that much money, like maybe a couple thousand. Like money has nothing to do with why I am the way I am. Like me having a lot of money here on YouTube isn't the reason why I am the way I am. Like no matter how much money I have, food is my comfort regardless. And that is proof. My experience in my life is proof of that.
True. Even if she didn't have the money, she probably still would have found ways to get food. Just kind of thinking out loud here, it's probably a good thing she had and has money, because if she didn't, she could have resorted to something like stealing, and she would have been even worse off in general. I understand she wastes money now, but at least she's not in an even worse situation, is what I'm saying.
I think what I'm trying to ultimately say is like, this is my fault that I have chosen food as a comfort, and I've kept it as my comfort. So now it's like formed into a massive addiction, and I am blaming myself and nobody else but myself. And that's kind of like freeing. It makes me want to just like take steps further to do better and be better. And I don't want to blame outside things like YouTube or money. Like that's crazy.
It sounds crazy now, but you have done it before and probably will do it again.
Editing Lynn here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I forgot to end this vlog, and I will see you guys in my next one for day 14. Bye.
I want to believe her and believe in her so bad, but I've been in that boat so many times and it never ends well. She really does need to change, and hopefully she is serious about trying this time, but no one get your hopes up. As usual, I'm editing this kind of late, so even just from her next video title, I'm skeptical about everything she just said. I'll cover that video tomorrow though, and we'll see what happens. Although this vlog was mainly just her talking, it actually feels less boring than the last few. Hopefully you all enjoy these more serious toned videos as much as the silly ones. Let me know with a comment. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!